Hopefully it's back. Hopefully it's working. So, can you hear me? Test and test. Music should be working as well. In-game sounds are kind of working well. And it doesn't look like there's any aircon sound either, which is great. So hopefully all is good. Is this your second time with voice reading? It's my second time doing it today. That's any consolation. We're going to change the title there. Might actually do something. There we go. I don't know if you remember me, but I've been a viewer for a long time. I'm very, very bad at names, to be completely honest. So we improved this last time, but we still need to add a bunch of blocks to this still. So I'm pretty sure I only added like planks and logs by the looks of it. Oh, and stones. So we need to do all the other blocks. No way, that showed the right window the first time. We find the tag. So we want to add colors. Yeah, we did a lot of upgrades. Annoyingly, we're gonna have to do this somewhat manually. Don't have stone bricks tagged. Okay, apparently it is. Minecraft stone bricks. And then we want to add all the cups. Well, probably not everything from colors, but some of it. You have to see something a bit annoying here. That black is so dark I can't see any of them. My tablet screen because of my brightness. It is very dark, the blacks. This color, so the paler colored ones here, this is what it used to look like. This is just where I haven't updated the connected textures anymore. Like in World, they look alright, but they are still quite dark. I have a question. Sure. We just want this. And then we do probably here. Like that. And do stone bricks. At first you thought JI was empty. So you hopped over them. Yeah. I suppose the background doesn't help either. That it's a darker background. It's probably the clash between the group stuff and the just how dark the color is anyway. The question was, why did you think of making this, like all of this, like the mod pack? The mod packs because I wanted to make it. I can't remember what it was before. Was it just stone and stone bricks? Then annoyingly, we're gonna have to do all of this again, but for stairs. Which is just horrible. There's no reason behind it, it's just the next pack I wanted to do. Redstone is not a function. What? Colors for each color came up this roof material. What's wrong with? Oh, there's no comma. Strange I didn't show the error in QGIS. I mean, that's a lot of options. Talk about JEI groups contains pretty unstable, but I can't update past 1.3. .0 version of collapsible groups because JEI just stopped working. Yeah, it's not ideal. Just lock the mod updates. Main Tech 3 works perfectly. Usually it's the other way around. Everything doesn't work in Tech 3. I think this is like the nastiest room ever. Oh, I can't at least in prison. Did they not actually have that? Seems a bit surprising they did. Yeah, I mean, even in Caveopolis right now, there's 4. CubeJS, Rhino, oh no, 3. CubeJS, Rhino, and Barn. And then you have 4 updates. One of them is JEI. The other ones are refined sticks, applied sticks, and just. So why they didn't add that, considering it's part of the QBS, part of the CurseForge export now? Now I can't remember if we're missing any blocks from this placer. Obviously, the big problem is this now. So we need to change the stairs, which are. This is the first one. And it's the stone brick stairs. That as well. Duplicate the tags. Wooing no. With this. And then this. Stairs. Is stairs a tag? I think it is. Minecraft stairs. Pretty sure we just need to do that. And then that. Still didn't get added. One is sodium. The other is BBL balls. Yeah, the balls all make sense. Sodium change sandbag, it would break stuff, so I don't want to try it yet. Yeah, it's probably not worth doing yet. Sodium works anyway, so it's not like it needs an update. I think we could literally just add the stair tag and that should be fine. And then just copy all that. I think. Then we can reload and see what that looks like. Now we should be able to make some horrible stairs. Didn't change to stone brick. That's because there's no S. Try that again. That is a colourful tunnel. It is. But you can now use any stair. So you can do like asteroid stairs with pink stone bricks and some whatever that is. That is horrible. God, that really is horrible. Yeah, I should never fix that. Mainly because I know it's only an issue for me, so I can get over it quite quickly. I guess we'll check the other ones in case it didn't work. Yeah, they look fine. That looks fine. And this looks fine. So we can just do plays a place except tactile for easy additions to the future. Yeah, that's fine. I think it makes sense that all the palettes are big enough. I don't actually think there was much on the tracker to do. Oh, the only other stuff is the we can check casting apparently. The wiki's wrong for the shops. It should be shops trader. Shops. Trader. Summon shops trader. That's what it is, isn't it? Oh, shop trader. Save that. That's done. So I have a mixer with filter set on the fluid slots. The controller is ignoring that and pushing fluids into the first available slot, like pushing lamps into the mixer. Let's do water. Improvised lava, normal lava, obsidian. Roll up. Tank. Raining. Then we'll see what happens here. Apparently it's going into this slot. It totally is. And then I guess the pipe's doing the same, right? Fluid. It's the wrong plot. Why is it doing that? Solidify doing the same. We thought for lava. Why is that side happening? Very, very strange. Because it decided it wants to do this. Well, doesn't surprise me if that was the case. I wonder if it's something to do with what we changed before in casting. Where is cast? This one? Don't know what this link's about. Pretty sure which time this person on. Let's just see if it's doing anything. Just casting vanilla. going to assume it's going to be the same. I think it's a good fashion choice, the pipe on the head. So we'll do the same again. We'll just barber. And then it's just completely ignoring the filters. Why has it started to do that? So filters must have worked. Right click on fluid handler. Yep, fluid handler. Filter is just there for decoration, maybe. Wait, is the filter fluid handler never saved? Oh, this doesn't even have a filter, does it? It would help if you picked one that had a filter. Where is the controller? Solidify, yeah. Filter fluid handler. We have a filter fluid handler, but we don't do anything with it. I bet this says the same. Make it final, yeah. Because we don't use it anyway. How on earth did I manage to break this? Last one. I don't think we changed anything in there though. Block entity solidifier history. Wish it just showed you the change. Oh, it does. Change anything from that though. Three dot 9.0. No. Still exactly the same. 3.8.0. it seriously because we can do this? Get filter. Return filter handler. Doesn't like that. Where's get filter from? Fluid sending. Sinkable fluid handler. Just cast screen. I think this is where we changed the version of, let's say this was 8.0. Updated to core, blah blah. Fix shard mold, fix fluid header, certified now store molds, molds. Updated guide. How did this get removed? This is what filter fluid handler. How on earth did we break this? Didn't think it like that, man. We could do that. And then that. And then that. Fluid send. This needs to be the same. And then this needs to be the filter one as well. Like that. This is broken, this, the mixer. The fluid handler should be. No, this is not right. Was it ever there in the first place? It must have been. I'm sure this has worked. I must have removed it because I couldn't work out why it wasn't working again. What I need to do is find the update where we changed the fluid sending and fluid accepting. Fluid handler. This did change. Casting block entity fluid accept. She used to be. Yes, I changed it to this. I think this needs to be the. No, wait. This change was 5 months ago. It's the last time this was changed, it's 5 months ago. Wait, what version of casting is this? I'm on the wrong version of casting, that's why. block entity. Fluid accepted. Sinkable fluid handler. History. Last changed 3.2.1. Good thing everything is up in GitHub so you can backtrack, yeah. Thing is, this filter it shouldn't affect the pipes, because this is just the references between casting blocks. Do we need to look at 3.2.1? Then we need browse files. Block tasking capabilities. Solidify. So this version didn't even have. It's only got 3 things anyway. Yeah, I didn't have the tank for extra. This returned the output fluid handler. Wait, I wonder if the pipes never accepted the filtering. This should return the filter handler, I think. I think that should do that. And then we can do but the filter's always not. Then we can just do that. And then the same in the solidifier. The same as the mixer. Let's just see if that works between the blocks. So this won't fix pipes, but it should fix the blocks. And I think the handler would just have to, I don't know how we're going to fix that, actually. Let's do Obsidian. So hopefully this will melt, but won't push into this. Okay, good. So that does work. And if we clear it, yeah, that goes in there. And then if we put Obsidian in there. And then melt Obsidian, we should see 2 in there. So as I say, this won't fix pipes. Okay, so that works. So just for our own test. Yeah, okay, so pipes done well. Which we expected anyway. The rotate bus has an ability lock tree. Well, technically the abilities are locked. The ability to actually work casting properly is locked at this moment in time. Where is my notepad? This is allegedly mod pack dev. Okay, vault list 2. So we need do that. Oh yeah, move the capabilities here. I wonder if it does it for items. What mod have we done item filter? I can't remember. We must have done it in one of the utility ones. Might actually be BBL utilities we did it. You might need to check that as well. Guess would be. I wonder if we say that worked with pipes. Because that would be hilarious. We need to get fluid handler, which is here. And we need to probably need to build a new fluid handler. By the way, that changed perfectly for me. It was about to appear, and it was changed to came off just to perfect. Where's the fluid handler? It's around here. Let's do the mixer first. So if I think we just pass the filter in here. We already have it as valid. And then we could just return turn in here. What the heck? Because the issue is the fact it's not respecting the filter. If we just change it to that, don't think it's going to let us hot swap that. We'll just restart. I don't think it would work anyway. So this is the mixer. So let's hope the mixer works. It should already be set up. So we'll just break it. And then Obsidian. Well, that didn't work, did it? That did not work. Oh. We need to see if utilities does work, which is it. So just close casting for a minute. And then we can have a look at utilities. So we definitely have filter fluid in some of those. Fluid collector. Then we want to do lava. To be fair. Yeah, it doesn't work. How did we never check if it didn't work with pipes? That's insane. Yeah, it doesn't. I can't test directly with pipes, but it's the same capability system, so okay. Well, that's not ideal. think the problem is we're going to have to make a new fluid handler that takes in the actual fluid handler of the block and then the actual filter, which might be a core job. It's definitely not a nice fix because it's going to have to be something new. So what I'm thinking right now is if we added like a I don't know, like a custom class that takes in the fluid handler and the filter fluid handler, and then creates a new resource handler from that, which is used for the capability. Which sounds horrible. Surely it can't be that bad. Spoilers, it is bad. Size of resource handler can be 0. What if we can basically copy what we've done in the fluid accepting and the fluid sending? Because that takes both anyway. Just trying to think of what the best way is of doing this. I mean, in utilities, I don't know if it's that. Or the fluid collector, you're only ever really going to be taken out of, not opinion. Worst case, we could just ban the insertion of fluids. And what else do we have? I think that's it. Oh, the iron collector. Is that not support JI? Guess not. Add that to the box for utilities. Okay, so let's Should we test it in casting first? We'll call this the filtered ability hand. Influence. Resource. Handler of fluid. Right, let's see what this needs. So I need to fill that in, and we need the actual fluid handler. Then we need the filter. I guess dropping the tanks. Yep. Filter the tank. Then we need that. And then we can just do like private building is filtered. Filtered tanks. If index 10 equals 10. Let's make this index. So that checks that. And then the size will be delegate size. Resource will be in delegate. Yeah. Resource. Get about as long as well. Get about as long. Delegate. Get capacity as long. Index. Resource is valid. So we'll do if filtered on index and resource is not it. And filtered on matches fluid. Resource. And what's the thing for this? White is true, ignore MBT true. So white is true, ignore it. Ignore MBT. No, probably want that false. Use a local variable. Get rid of that. Turn 0, and then delegate, that's fine. Oh wait, we've done this on the one. This was on here. Oh, this is quite something. Insert. So this would just be if it's filled index So 17 matches. Yep. Turn 0. Probably actually correct. This one is basically the same. Just there we go. Correct. Then in here, should be able to just change this a bit. Do the mixer. And then we do new. One of them. Lock entity. Get fluid handler first. Then the filter. And then the tanks, which is 0, 1, 2. Actually, let's go ahead. Like that. Yeah. Maybe that works. So the idea is now that you take the actual handler and then actually check the filters and then apply all that to the handler. This shouldn't change any of the way that the blocks work. Don't need this one. And actually, if this does work, I wasn't actually as bad as I thought it would be. Still winning. Oh, this is fine. Hang on. We only did the mixer. All is not lost yet, don't worry. Look at that. So then if we clear this, hopefully it'll go in there. Or not. Well, that didn't work. But it somewhat works. Almost worked correctly. It's exactly the thing I would use. We definitely had this working because I remember fixing this before. So it must have been when I changed the way the handling worked. Which makes sense because it was one handle that did everything. I don't know, it was separate hands for everything. So let's go back to the here. So we need to check is allowed that thing. Or actually, we can add it. Just this add. Is allowed. Something like that. And then we'll have the tank. With resource. If it's not filtered index and resource, no. If it's not filtered, it should be allowed in. That should fix the first bug. Because even when the tank was, this was not filtered, it didn't go in until I put obsidian in that slot. So we want to allow it if it's an empty filter as well. And then we want to compare the filter stack, right? So fluid stack. Filter stack. Filter dot get. Filter gets. This is the stack we're comparing it to. And then this returns true, and then filter matches fluid resource. And we just want to do the stack. What do we actually need to change then here? So this capacity as well. If this was empty and is allowed in index resource flow game term capacity is not allowed in index. Oops. Return false. No, return 0. And that stays the same. And is valid is the same. Should be the same. And then just returns false. Again, this is the same and then return 0 is allowed. Maybe that works. Don't really write too much about the capacity. Because capacity doesn't change per tank. So it's allowed. Let's just see. Maybe this works. That's all lava. This should be the same as before, it shouldn't go anywhere. Which it doesn't. And if we unfill this, it should fill this. Still only going to do it if I do that. So that fills in a row. Getting closer. If the stack is empty, it should allow it. I don't understand. Need to clear that again. What happened to the book sitting in now? Is not filtered, return true. So it is allowed. Index 4. Why would it be index 4? Index 4 is this tank. Oh, did I pass in actual number 4? No. 0, 1, 2, 3. That's weird. Having one filter in there stops it from working. Oops, give me that. As soon as there's a filter in there, it's stopping it from. Is that how you want it to work? Or not? There's one filter, it stops. I feel like this is designed because I probably could fix this, but do we want to actually keep it as that? If there's one filter in the filter, it filters all the other slots to prevent them taking anything. I think that might actually be the way. So it makes sense if you filter a slot, then it prevents the other slots from filling. I think we keep that. I think it is a bug, but I think it's fine. Yeah, see, I'm not sure which one's better either. I think in the mixer, you kind of want to. I think you want, if you're restricting the mixer, then you don't want to fill up the other slots, right? So I think for the mixer, specifically the way the mixer works, I think that's probably the best way of doing it. So we'll change the solidifier as well. So solidifier just becomes basically the same, but just with one tank. Controller has nothing special about him. And then this can go, this. So we'll check with the solidifier, we'll see if that works as well. It handle two different fluids being filtered and that's the fluid running. Yeah, it should do. So you're saying if we did obsidian, so obsidian will obviously be there. We'll use iron. But iron should be added to that slot. Yeah, so that's fine. And if this slot is empty, we have copper. It doesn't go in. I think that actually does make sense because you could actually make like multiple mixer setups now without being too intrusive. So you could do, I don't know, steel. Obsidian would just take them. You could do conductive alloy, whatever, without having to worry that an empty field will get through. Which I think is probably fine. Let's just filter this straight away. Empty filter fills. So yeah, that does work. Okay, so it's good. And it's not spec. Not expecting filter. The question is, does the actual, I think the bug was that the manager didn't work either. Mix with filters and fluid controller, blah blah blah. And special notes. The fluid manager also completely ignores it. Okay, fluid manager. Sure. Well, that does work as well. Okay, so that's fine as well then. So if we do lava, so water, obsidian, and then we grab a lava, fill up it. Didn't mean to do that. The lava went in the wrong slot. I hate this mixer. That's probably a bug on the manager more than the mixer itself. Try to collect, try to collect, try to deposit, try to deposit. That's good news that Scarlet Blue is actually getting work on. It's funny because I was actually going to message yesterday to see if it was well, see how it was coming along. So if we just add a second block interact and then mix that on the block interact, pass in the with handler, and then we start. What do you think? Do you think this will work? I should have taken, yeah, and then just take the lava. Then the lava should go back into sulfur. Love to see it. That is very good news. So now we can do fixed fluid bands, not respective patterns. Fixed block, block. Fluid move, block, respect, fluid handle. Fix fluid plate. Respecting the fluid handle or multi and fluid use. It's got to now use the filter in the on block. Interaction. Now use the new on block interaction method, which requires blue and to be set. Sure. Okay, and now we just push this. Don't think there's anything else to cast. The other one's timers. The other one's for the ability lock. The way to swing in and out of the tree. That's ability lock. Ability lock. Ability lock. Okay, so we can push that. That's all that's needed there. And then back to cable to this. The last thing we're probably going to do today is add a recipe for the cannon. Improved cap specifically. Sonar. That's right here. So this one was just a shapeless recipe, so we're just going to use basically the same again. And then this is whatever block we want to use. It's around here, isn't it? Or is this the... So it's just dimensional shards. Maybe like 4. Pigs. Parsley. Big. Strength. Big. Good. And Jace. Parsley. Push. Missing. Improve. So. What? I would say ingredients. Dimensional shards. Probably dimensional shard. Yeah. Oh no, it's not right. The Matacam. Do you want Matacam? Probably got the sonar cam. Yeah, that recipe probably fine. That does clear Caveopolis specific stuff. Now we can have a look at the to-do. Move to Skyblock Field of Winnebago. Wait. GeoMod crystal right-click integration. Done. Also, the GeoMod stuff. Look how much nicer that looks in World Recipes. There's plenty of time. We can still buy a new something. So that's what in World Recipes looks like now. I think this is a lot cleaner. I think the other way with like the headers looked a bit weird. Yeah, I think this is better, and then you can see everything in one, so it kind of makes it more clear what you have to do. And obviously it's got test recipes still in it, because I forgot to remove them. But it also shows all of the strip log recipes. As you can see, there's no bookmark because these are procedurally generated depending on the strip logs. So they don't have an ID. You could set an ID, but we don't really need to. It makes it a lot clearer and a lot easier to understand. And even stuff like that looks clearer. Right click on with full bottle gives you mud and a glass bottle. I think that will probably do us for today. I'll regroup them, yeah. It's just they weren't with this version. But these have all got tags, so it's not an issue. To be fair, we can do it right now. Where's assets? Head office, JI groups. New folder. GeoMod. 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 Icon. GeoMod. Oh, shot. What color? I mean red. Yes. 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 And then just reload textures. Unfortunately, you can't do rainbow. Oh, not yet. Maybe we can add that. There we go. Look at this mess over there. That is a lot nicer, sorry. Group GeoWars. So I think that is probably going to be it today. So yeah, thank you for watching. We might be back tomorrow. Not going to get hungry if you search for specific one. No. It was originally a thing, but because of the way that JEI orders ingredients, it's way too expensive to ungroup everything when you first search. But an item inside a group will show. So if you do like diamond sharp, still show here. It's basically the same, just an extra click, really. But as I say, the way I do my grouping is not as evasive as what the collapsible one does. My only real mixing is into this, which is how I order the. If you find Geo1, probably going to be a bit messy. But that's because it's not ordered correctly yet. So if I do this, I might reorder it. We do a lot of messing around with the ordering based on what's groups are loaded. Yeah, so as you see, it's not there now. So that wherever that Geo War stuff is now, will all be together. Wherever it is. Yeah. It's all together now. Whereas sometimes it can get a bit messy. But yeah, that'll do for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Need to get like an end screen. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.